All right, party people. I'm gonna be reacting to one of Colin Cowherd's most laziest takes ever. Now, it has to do with Draymond. Now, look, Draymond works for Colin Cowherd's podcast company, The Volume. So, look, there might be some bias here. There's definitely some bias here, but I'm gonna react to this take that Colin Cowherd just gave on his show about Draymond Green, about Russell Westbrook, about John Wall. I'm gonna give my reaction to it. You guys can give your reaction down in the comment section below, but let's hop into it.
Rodman, but with skill. You fanboys out there, you love your Westbrook and Carmelo Anthony. They've never made a teammate better. John Wall's never made a teammate better. Westbrook has never made a teammate better.
All right. Okay. So we got to get to some facts here because Colin Cowherd is telling lies here. First off, Steven Adams was the best Steven Adams we ever saw with Westbrook. Westbrook made Daniel Gafford actually look like a competent forward in the NBA. Victor Oladipo was really good with Russell Westbrook. James Harden averaged 34 with Westbrook. Paul George had the best season of his life with Russell Westbrook. Let's see, who else am I forgetting? Let's see, because there's a bunch more. Serge Ibaka was really good with Russell Westbrook. Roy Hachimura was really good with Russell Westbrook. Bradley Beal had the best season of his life with Russell Westbrook. He was the scoring champion. Who has Russell Westbrook not made better? Because he's made a lot of people better. That is my question, because I know his take here is about to be Draymond Green elevates all of his teammates. Russell Westbrook, John Wall, they don't. And then to John Wall, Gortat. John Wall had us thinking that Gortat was actually good because John Wall was able to elevate Gortat. Otto Porter looked really, really good with John Wall. I mean, come on. Like, Colin Cowherd does not have to tell lies to really go and elevate Draymond Green's case to be a really important piece to his team. He don't got to bring guys like Westbrook and John Wall down just to elevate Draymond Green, who is nowhere near the type of elevator that Russell Westbrook is or that John Wall is. Draymond Green is a dang good player. He's going to get in the Hall of Fame. He's one of the best defensive players of all time. Very good defensive player. Pretty nice rebounder. Pretty nice passer. He does not elevate his teammates like Russell Westbrook or John Wall does. Colin is telling lies here. Come on.
Draymond Green has made every teammate he's ever played with better.
Oh, man. Hold on. Everyone, I'm about to read off some stats here. I'm going to show you this. Here's something. Draymond Green's record without Stephen Curry. He's 33-62. Stephen Curry's record without Draymond Green, he's 37-19. The 2020 Warriors without Stephen Curry and without Klay Thompson, but with Draymond, they have the worst record in the NBA. In 2020, when Curry and Klay were out and it was only Draymond, who the heck was Draymond elevating? I'm going to ask you that. Who the heck was he elevating? Now, I got to give Draymond his credit. He just moved in the top 10 all time in finals assists. I think that's really good for him. He can be a good passer. He is a good passer. But to say that he is better than Westbrook and John Wall at elevating his teammates is an absolute lie. There was obviously bias here. Draymond works for the Volume. Colin owns the Volume. Obviously, there's some bias here because no one, other than this reason, no one would have a reason to say this other than just having bias. Because any other reason, stupid. This is the only reason because this is how stupid this take is. It's terrible. Draymond Green, when he didn't have Steph or Klay, didn't elevate anyone. Let's get on with it. Let's get on.
Last night, he hit 2 field goals. And there's an argument to be made. Totally discombobulated the Celtics offense in Jaylen Brown and was the most valuable player on the floor. Took Jaylen Brown out of his game, led both teams in assists, led the Warriors in minutes, complete catalyst, hit 2 field goals. But we live in a world, everybody wants to get on the cover of Slam magazine and everybody wants to show me your baskets. And find me the teammate Westbrook's made better in his career.
And people, I just named a bunch. I mean, did Colin do his research before he got on here and just spewed a bunch of lies? And I'll say it again. And this happens too many times, especially with Colin Cowherd. He thinks he has to bring other people down to bring guys like Draymond Green up. Come on. You got to be kidding me.
Isn't that kind of what basketball is, winning and stuff? Like, isn't that why we're playing? Or is it just for you to get your triple-double? I'll give you an example. The fanboys just don't get this. You ever played basketball at the Y? Let me simplify it. Have you ever played basketball at the Y? The one guy you do not want to guard or to be guarded by, trash talks, dives, he's always touching you, he's always banging into you, it's all elbows, all knees, you're on the floor, and you're playing at the Y, and you're like, I'll have anybody guard me except that guy. And he's never the most talented. He has to compensate for his lack of offensive skill. It's the one guy at the Y you don't want near you. He's sweating on you and grabbing you and bumping into you and trash talking, and he's kind of intimidating, and you're always getting your legs and your arms wrapped. It's the one guy you don't want to play against. That is Draymond.
And look, Colin Cowherd can say that because that is Draymond Green. He is a really gritty player. He is a really good defensive player, one of the best defensive players of all time. He can be a good rebounder. He's not the Dennis Rodman type of rebounder, but he is a good rebounder. He can pass the ball. But to try and discredit Russell Westbrook and John Wall has nothing to do with what Colin Cowherd is trying to say here. His take is going to be to try and prove that Draymond is the most important and most valuable player in this series for the Warriors. That is Colin's take here. And you can say that Draymond Green is very, very valuable to the Warriors because he is. Like I said, all of his attributes, they're really, really important to the Warriors system, and you have to give Draymond credit for that. But you don't have to add lies onto that just to try and build up a truth. You don't have to bring guys like Westbrook down to try and build Draymond up. Because how does that help Draymond's case? Telling lies. How does that help Draymond's case? Like, Draymond can be an important player, but you don't have to spew lies to try and add on to that take. I mean, come on. In conclusion, Draymond Green, good player, but he is not done close to as much elevating as Russell Westbrook and John Wall have done. Even Carmelo Anthony. Like, those guys, not only are they good passers and can set up their teammates for good scores, but guys like Russell Westbrook, Carmelo, and John Wall are so good at manipulating a defense to the point where, okay, we got to pay attention to these stars, but we forget about these other guys because we're paying so much attention to John Wall and Russell Westbrook. Draymond Green ain't that type of player. Come on, man. Look, Colin Cowherd is wrong here. There's clearly bias here. This is hilarious, everyone. Tell me what you think about it down in the comment section below. Other than that, this has been Highlihgts, a.k.a. the Ranker of the Ultimate Sports TV, signing off. Peace out, and I'll see you on the other side.